What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and welcome back to the Pokemon Sun and Moon Citra Quality Battle, Replay Wi-Fi Battle, whatever you want to call it. Today we're facing off against my good friend Darude Leaf Storm. Be sure to check him out, links in the description. But this battle is one of those battles I wish I just didn't have. Why? You'll find out soon enough. This battle has a change in pace a lot in terms of how it's sped up. But with that being said, let's take a quick look at the teams before we gander into this battle. So as you guys can see on my team, I have my Emboar, Reuniclus, Nidoqueen, Milotic, Clayman, and Snorlax, while my opponent has brought a Lampent, Hitmontop, Florges, Stunfisk, Honchkrow, and a Regice. So very interesting team on my opponent's side, definitely more of a RU team if you look at it from last gen, while I have more of a UU team with Emboar on it. So Gen 7 RU is fun because Gen 6 UU all over again. But with that being said, let's take a quick look at this match and see how it went. So as you guys see, your boy Darude here is issuing a challenger. I'm challenged by him, and he's going to lead off with Alice, which is the Lampent, and I'm of course going to be leading off with my Goka, the Emboar. Now the thing about this is Darude's team is named all after people from GX that has battled Jin at one point or another, because my Discord, you should check it out, Duel Academy, my name there would be Jin Yuki, so Darude came prepared, and that head smash did so much damage, Jesus. But yeah, this part is currently sped up by about 160% actually, and that's just to make it look smooth, honestly. And I go for head smash, I'm going to withdraw, and then I'm going to swap into Shadow Mist my Milotic, as my opponent decides to swap out and go into Titan the Honchkrow, the first Shadow Rider of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, who was a kind of a fraud, and then he became the real deal, so it was kind of weird. But Kagemaru comes in, the real deal of the Shadow Riders, the leader, who had Hamon, Uriah, and oh, what's the last one again? I always forget the last one. The obelisk looking dude. But Kagemaru, holder of the Sacred Beast. I'm gonna swap into Clayman though on this thing as he goes for a Focus Blast, and I'm surprised it's a Regice, but that did nothing to my Snorlax. My Snorlax is tanking that like a man. So he's gonna withdraw Kagemaru, seeing as it doesn't do too much, and swap into Paradox, the villain from the Bonds Beyond Time movie, as I'm gonna body slam that like Clayman does, get that, hit him with a Road Max or something like that, and get the paralysis, because Lucky and Bad is a great playstyle. But I'm going to withdraw Clayman right here because I don't want to go in against a Hitmontop. So I'm going to swap into Saphira, my Nidoqueen, and he is going to withdraw and swap into Alice, the Lampent. Now Alice was the doll that became a person in the season 3, I think it was. It was a weird season. But I'm going to get my rocks because I feel like that is the best play. And he goes for Fire Blast, and that does over 50% to my Nidoqueen, which is crazy considering it's a Lampent. But that just shows this thing is strong as hell. And he's gonna withdraw now and go back into Kagemaru, the Regice, and I am going to click Earth Power. I was attacking what was in front of me, and it does good damage to this specially defensive wall as well. Base 200 SPDF, nothing to laugh at. But I'm gonna go for the Sludge Wave right here because I was thinking it was gonna do more and potentially knock it out, but we will never know because I got a critical hit, and let's just say we take those. So Saphira is in here. We have the first body bag of the game, and your boy brings in Titan the Honchkrow, and I'm just like, okay, I can maybe take a Brave Bird, but what I can take, ladies and gentlemen, is a Flynium Z, Brave Bird into Super de Soniku Skies Tereku. That is that's gonna hurt. That is very much gonna hurt. And Nidoqueen just died. There's no ifs, and a crit to add on to everything. My Nidoqueen just died. Rest in peace, my friend. Rest in peace. So I bring in Shadow Mist, my Milotic, because that thing is probably the only thing on my team that can take a hit. And this is where the battle. This right here. This is the beginning. This is only the beginning, guys. This part I probably should have sped up too, but I haven't. This is the part of the battle where it becomes very, very slow. So this particular matchup, Shadow Mist versus Alexis the Florges. Let's just say this isn't the first time you're going to see, this is the first time you're seeing this matchup, but it won't be the last, because Milotic and Florges, they're going to have a bit of an argument later, and that part is sped up by quite a bit. Now this footage you see right now, as I mentioned, is in 160% boost from the original. You'll see what I mean later, but as you guys are about to see here, I swapped in my Emboar because I can smack this thing pretty hard. And he's going to withdraw back into Cyrus Truesdale, the Stunfisk. And I was thinking that Wild Charge was my safe play because I did not expect him to swap into this thing. But of course he did, and gets the wish back from the Stealth Rock damage. So I'm just going to swap out. No point in staying in because I'm choiced as well. I send in my Shaman Divine Wind as he goes for... Actually, I realized Divine Wind is also a trap card. He sets up his rocks. I'm going to withdraw, try to pull a double as I go into my Milotic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let the speed up commence. This has now been boosted to 300%. So, you see the flame in the background there on, what's her name? Azrola's field here. That flame is going so much faster now because this part was so slow because Florges and Milotic, they keep arguing and they are both really bulky and none of them are going to die. So they're just going to sit here and exchange very minimal attacks and then recover up all their health. So Milotic is going to go for the recover, but I wanted to take a moment here to talk to you guys and say a couple things. We're approaching 2K right now, which is absolutely phenomenal, and I want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. And I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys want me to do as a 2K special? Because I kind of want to do something special for 2,000 subscribers. As you guys, we did 1K Q&A way back when, and that was fun and all. That was a lot of fun. And there's been 1,000 new people by the time we hit 2K, of course. There's been 1,000 more people joining the Shy Guys squad, so I don't know, I'm open to Q&A, but I don't know, we might do something else. I don't think we're at the size where Omegle meetup would be something. That might be something if we hit 10K at some point. That's something I'd definitely consider then. But let me know some suggestions in the comment section down below. I'm gonna have to hear your guys' response and share this video around and, you know, tell people about it so I can get some suggestions. Because I honestly don't know what I want to do for 2K. I don't know. I can't really give away because I'm just a 17-year-old. I don't make money, so I can't really buy anything to like ship out to the world. Because I would definitely do something like that just to be like, hey, I want to give back to you guys. But and I don't want to do a Pokemon because it seems so boring and unoriginal, I suppose. I mean, specials in general, they usually tend to be that way. But I don't know. Just let me know what you guys want, and I'll see what I can do. Because I'm very interested and I want to do something to give back to all you guys. But we're about to see here. One of us is about to swap out. And it's Darude. He's finally swapping out the Florges. So one of us has finally made a move. I think I swapped out too because I was tired of this matchup. As he gets the Intimidate off on my Milotic. And I'm going to click Scald. So do I get a burn? Can I get a burn on this thing? Of course I can. Of course I can. But that's just my luck right there. Long ass battle, and my Milotic is finally around half, which I can actually easily recover, which I'm going to do. And now I have all of my health back, and this him on top is just kind of chilling, not doing too much, as you guys can see. Did about 100 points of damage, 114 to be exact. But now of course Paradox can stay in, because if he does, he just gets knocked out by the Scald. And I think my opponent wants to preserve this him on top for a little bit longer. And now we're back to 300% again because Alexis comes back in and it's like, yay, happy times for everyone. And now I get the burn. Now, this burn actually helps Darude more than it prevents him. Because with the burn there, he can't get poisoned. And if he can't get poisoned, he doesn't have to waste their own therapies because he won't get whittled. So he can click Wish here, and I was very upset because I was like, Milotic, I love you, girl. But why did you have to get a burn on the Florges? I didn't want to burn the Florges. But now I'm going to swap out and just go into Snorlax because that'll be just to pressure him. And he goes into him on top. So we both made a swap there. That's the matchup I was thinking about. And he gets the better end of the stick. Guess we can say that. And he gets the Wish up. So it's like, trapped. That's no fun. Guess I have to swap out again. And what better switch in than Reuniclus? Shout out to the boy, actually the girl, Glowmoss, Neospatian Glowmoss. I really like using this thing as of late because of the IBL draft. I haven't really uploaded on YouTube, but I've had a lot of fun using Reuniclus in it. It's been a huge game changer for me in a lot of matches, and I really have just enjoyed it. So my opponent switches into the Lampent right here as I go for a Calm Mind. Getting ready for that setup, gonna see if I can take the game from here with Reuniclus now and just, you know, put a huge dent into my opponent's team. But he's gonna go for a Shadow Ball, and that's gonna do a clean chunk. And with the Spadef drop, it's a 2-hit KO on my Reuniclus. I'm gonna go for a Psychic, and that's gonna do a fat chunk as well. Gonna do about, let's see, 60% maybe. But I know I can't stay in, so I'm gonna go into Clayman my Snorlax, because he can't click Shadow Ball on this thing, and I can also get my Aguav or Figy Berry back. Yeah, my Figy Berry. As he clicks a Will-O-Wisp, makes an incredible prediction, expecting me to swap out into a physical threat. And now my Snorlax is burnt, which is, well, unfortunate, if I do say so myself. So my opponent swaps into Titan, the Honchkrow, as I go into Glowmoss again, which it doesn't really help with the matchup, but I mean, no, it really couldn't have been worse. It's probably the worst swap I did. Darude is really good at getting into my head, but I can always go into my Melodic on this thing, as now it's not even +1, and he swapped out last time, so you guys are about to see that when he goes for the Brave Bird right now, it's not going to do a damn thing, because my Melodic with the Flame Orb and the Marvel Scale is fat. She is fat. She is sponging them hits like they are nothing, which I love. Like, it's just incredible. Now in comes Florges again, and I haven't split this part up because I don't think it lasted that long. I'm just going to recover, because that's all I really want to accomplish here. I just want my Melodic to be healthy, and he obviously wants his Florges to be healthy. So I'm sitting at a nice and comfortable 350 plus HP, and my opponent is sitting at a comfortable 57% or so. I'm going to withdraw my Melodic, like I said, didn't last for a long time, and I hard swap into Emboar, as even if he clicks Moonblast, it's not going to do that much, as he's clearly defensive, but he clicks Wish, which now puts me in a predicament. Does he go into Stunfisk, does he go into Lampent, or does he go into Hitmontop? All three of those stop the combination of one of my moves. So if I go for Flare Blitz on the Lampent, he gets Flash Fire. If I go for Head Smash on the Hitmontop, I get Intimidate and Resist, and if I go for Wild Charge on the Stunfisk, I just get stunted on. So I'm just going to swap out into Glowmoss, actually, as I'm kind of like forcing him to make a swap, so I can make an appropriate swap on what would fit me best. And he chooses to go into Cyrus the Stunfisk, so figured he probably would do that from last time. I have never clicked Flare Blitz against anything in this battle as of yet, I think, but I go into Reuniclus because I felt like that was safe, and now he goes into Titan, and that's a scary bird right there, but I click Focus Blast and I miss. I love making predictions and then getting punished for making the right play. That is something that is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine, when you click the right move at the right time and then you just miss the move, because what's landing when you make the right play, am I right? So now Reuniclus is forced to take a fat chunk from the Brave Bird before I can try again, because I'm a stubborn boy, and I go for another Focus Blast, and that is going to be enough to defeat Titan. So Neospatian Glowmoss was all Jade needed to take down Titan. Feels good. I think, what did Kagemar? Oh no, I don't have Saphira. Never mind. But in comes Alice, and I don't want to deal with Alice. Glowmoss is way too weak, so I'm just gonna have her drop. So we know this. Glowmoss would not have been helpful in the matchup against Alice. I don't think Jin used it in that duel. Could be wrong. But I'm gonna go into Goka, and in case you guys are wondering, Goka, Divine Wind, stuff like that, they are from the manga, so that's kind of cool as well. I found out about those cards. They're like the mask change elemental hero. They're like the masked heroes. But I'm gonna go for Flare Blitz now that I know Alice is gonna swap out, and Cyrus takes 70% or so, and I get the burn, because what is like lucky and bad? I mean, guess that makes up for the I mean, just the damage in general is just crazy to think. Like, Emboar is a strong piggy, and as guys can see, we doing the mad work. But I'm gonna swap out now and go into Divine Wind. Now, I think Shaman at this point is going to be probably my most important Pokemon to maintain. I have the tools to do that. I have Seed Flare, Leech Seed, Earth Power, and Seed Flare. So I have a lot of stuff I can do with my Shaman. And this Stunfisk isn't exactly looking too hot in the position it is in right now. And I also do believe it's like it's 4-4, and we are now. I haven't counted. I don't remember exactly where we are now, as we're 4-3. But we are many turns into this battle. This battle in total was 54 turns long. So just a little reminder there. But in comes Florges again. Florges comes in on Shaman. Shaman can abuse the fact that Florges comes in, because I can Leech Seed it, I can Seed Flare it to lower that Spadef, and I can just put pressure on his team at this point. Now, of course, if I miss Seed Flare at any given point, that would be very, very unfortunate, but I still have another 3 Pokemon in the back, one of them being Emboar, which literally smacks the crap out of Darude's team at this point, because now the Stunfisk is gone, meaning that I can just freely Wild Charge, and the Lampin is pretty weak, so I'm not expecting him to ever make a swap in on my Emboar, so I'm pretty free to click Flare Blitz as well. So Alexis swaps out and he goes into Alice again, which is the Lampin. So now that the Lampin is in, I'm clicking Earth Power because I didn't want to miss my Seed Flare, and that is going to take down Alice, meaning if Emboar comes in at any given point right now, I can just spam Flare Blitz, and that is going, that should be game at that point. But Alexis comes back in again, and that means one thing and one thing only: click Seed Flare, and I miss. Feels good. If I landed that, could have possibly been game way earlier, but a miss is a miss. It happens. It happens. That's the game we play. Gotta live with it. Gotta move on. So he goes to above 50, maybe like 53%, give or take, back down to about 47. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 48, from 54 to 48. But I'm gonna go for Leech Seed here. Could have clicked Seed Flare. I'm not 100% sure why I did that. Maybe I expected a Protect. Could be. As he goes for the Moon Blast. I'm gonna be blasting me with the moon. I mean, sometimes the frame just goes up and then it drops down again. My PC's old, guys. It's really old, and I haven't been able to update it for about 3 years. So I'll figure something out eventually. I will be able to upgrade it at a given point. Excuse me, I'm still a bit coughing and stuff. As you guys have heard from the GOT videos, I'm a bit sick. I'm getting better, but still a little bit coughing and stuff, so it's a bit unfortunate, but that's what we do out here. We trying to live. But Leech Seed, we got Florges and Shaman here. Shaman gonna click Seed Flare and do a huge chunk of damage. Not exactly like, I probably wouldn't have knocked it out if I clicked it earlier when I clicked Leech Seed. Seemed to do about 30, like high 30, low 40 percentages, which wouldn't have been enough unless I got a crit. So he's about at 50, not 50, about 50%. Maybe, no, after Leech Seed he's going to be lower. Maybe now. Now he's probably in range of Leech Seed, or Seed Flare, I'd say. So it's a bit tricky where he's at right now. If I was my opponent, I don't remember exactly what happened now, but I think he makes a swap out. Yes, he does, because he knows he's in Seed Flare range. So he goes into Paradox, the Hippon-Top. And, you know, I'm going to click Seed Flare like I do. And I'm going to do a fat chunk of damage to this thing and get the double special defense drop. As he's going to get Wish back and be right back at full. But now he has a double Spadef drop, so if I land another Seed Flare, this Hitmontop is gone. And that only leaves the Florges. And I do connect, and I do knock out Paradox, which leaves me to only have this thing left. And that means that we're closing up on the end of the game. I click Seed Flare, I do connect it, it drops him down to basically 1%. He's going to go for a Moonblast because he's had enough of this charade as well. He probably could have figured out, I don't think he has Protect, I think he showed that he has Wish, Moonblast, Aromatherapy. I don't remember if he showed us the last move or not. I don't exactly remember. But I think he has shown us his full moveset and does not contain Protect. So right now what I can do is just click Earth Power and take the game with Clayman. So Clayman was in for a long time being the MVP of this game, carrying the team on his back. But that was a very long and exhausting battle against Darude. Like, I don't have words for how long this game actually was, and it was really annoying to play. But at the end of the day, we went in and we picked up the W. Milotic defensive MVP, Clayman offensive MVP, supporting in the back from Emboar. And I think the biggest fail was swapping in the Snorlax on the Will-O-Wisp, predicting the Shadow Ball. But that was a nice play on Darude's end. But with that being said, that has been another Wi-Fi battle. And we're finally done with it. There's another long battle eventually coming in the future, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like, as your support is always greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comments anything I've talked about in this video, and if you've just kind of skipped to the end, go back and look through it all and figure out what I was talking about. And if you are new, hit that subscribe button, as it would be greatly appreciated. We're climbing towards that 2K right now, which is going to be amazing. Can we hit that before summer? I believe that we can, but only you guys can prove that. But with that being said, I'm going to be out of here. Talk to you guys in the next one, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!